Have you ever thought of a weapon with an insect combined with it? I mean, like a broom and cockroach on it? That was my dream when I was just a little, but now... hell nah. But after all of these years, this dream is no more. Because in the 4th generation of Monster Hunter, this weapon was added, and it's called the Insect Glaive. By the way, it should be called Kinsect, but we all call it Insect. I don't know why, and I do not care. I care about only 2 things: you hitting that sub button, and I complete the playlist of I have finally tried the weapon in Monster Hunter. And today is a very special day because it's the Insect Glaive day. And as usual with each video of this playlist, I'm going to discuss about how this weapon developed in each generation of Monster Hunter. And of course, this weapon started with the 4th generation of Monster Hunter, so I'm going to start there. Yeah guys, sorry for that. And as usual, we start with the lore of this weapon. There's no specific lore about this weapon, not like the swags or the shark blade. It's just an insect with a stick like spear. But it is still one of the most unique weapons in Monster Hunter. There's no weapon like this in the game. I mean, it's a 2-part weapon and one of them is a living creature. This combination was designed to embody the balance between a hunter's strength and the living world synergy. Well, I wish there's more. I wish like there is a tribe uses this weapon and the guild starts to produce more and more of these weapons. But now it just spawned into the 4th gen, just like that. By mentioning the 4th gen, let's start talking about where this weapon first added. Monster Hunter 4. A fresh beginning to the 4th generation of Monster Hunter series. Well, should I call it series or franchise? I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, 2 new weapons were added to the skin of Monster Hunter. One of them is the Shark Blade, one of the most unique chargeable weapons in the game. And the second is our beloved the Insect Glaive. While there is no single character responsible for the Insect Glaive in most games, the smithy or specific researchers in your hunter base usually provide lore snipes about how insects are cultivated and refined. And of course, with the introduction of Kinsects was the introduction of nectars. In Monster Hunter 4 or in the 4th gen in general, you upgrade your Kinsect and your glaive separately. I know this thing is in most games, but in Monster Hunter 4 or the 4th generations in general, there is the cultivating system. And all of this depends on the nectar, an upgrading material you find in the quests and has no benefits, only just to feed it to your Kinsect. Feeding your Kinsect specific nectars will give them specific abilities and elements. And oh my god, that was frustrating. You need to collect those nectars and upgrade. It was very complicated, especially for those beginners. But finally, and thank to God, with the introduction of the 5th gen, there's no more cultivating or nectars. But wait, I forgot to mention something about the essence. What are the essence exactly? They are the juices that your Kinsect suck from the monsters. Red is usually from the head of the monsters and it gives you attack buff, whereas white one usually from the body or the wings. It gives you mobility buff. And the orange one gives you defense buff. And the most sweet things about these, they give you ear black skill. And you can stack it with the armors and decoration skills. Wait, did I mention the green one? It gives you health, by the way. But sadly, it's not that much. Just like half a herb. Anyway, with the introduction of the 5th gen of Monster Hunter, there is no more nectars, no more retardedness of the spike, and no more cultivating system. And new combos, and that was just sweet. I cannot say the least about Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak. It was a mobile aerial weapon, but with wirebugs, you cannot touch that grass. I mean, I finished Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak with the Insect Glaive, and that was 300 hours almost. And for Monster Hunter Wilds, of course, everything got better. The combos, the Kinsect, the glaive itself, everything got improved, especially with the wound system. What about me? What do I think about this weapon? Of course, it's S tier without even discussing this. I'm not having a conversation about why the Insect Glaive is not lower than this tier. I mean, if there's S tier plus or more than that, I will put it immediately there because it deserves. There's no weapon in the game gives you the same amount of enjoyment, the same amount of possibilities and combos like this weapon. What about you? What do you think about this weapon? Insect Glaive mains, please tell me, what do you think about your weapon? Any tips for the future? Thank you. Don't forget about this. Happy hunting. And yeah, I forgot. No, not this. I mean, this. Yeah. Don't forget to vote for the next weapon.